What is your worst experience of waking up after a one night stand? Waking up and being asked to leave, and then going outside to find my car was towed, then having to go back inside and wait. There was a continental storm and she was snowed in until 5 p.m. the next day. Went to an older lady's house one night. Next morning her kid comes in, and he's at least 16-17. He's like, OMG mom, another one? Woke up to a bunch of Snapchats of my penis from the girl I slept with. She put a couple of them on her story. I guess she did this when I was asleep. Edit. We were piss drunk the night before. Like the chick was still next to me when I was checking the Snapchats. I woke her up and had her delete them. Wasn't anything malicious. Sex was good though. Her asking, so, what are we now? This girl's parents came home a couple days early and in the morning I was sleeping with her in her room with a couple alcohol bottles surrounded the bed with an ashtray filled with weed and a couple of roaches in there too. Well anyways, parents came home and went upstairs. Was completely naked with no covers on and they just see my schlong just out in the open. I thought her dad was going to beat my ass. Probably the most awkward thing to ever happen to me. Back when I lived with my dad, I took home a friend's sister from the bar. Pretty messed up. Don't remember much. We were awoken by 4 guys with guns drawn yelling at us to get out of bed. Turns out I was being raided by the friendly local drug task force. Sitting on the couch with my dad and this chick, whose name I could barely remember. While they tore up the house was interesting. We all ended up getting arrested and I haven't talked to her since. She tried to add me on FB a couple years ago. I guess I made a good impression. Edit. To anyone who was following this, I requested more info from local clerk of court. I didn't get much. The arresting report is only available for me and doesn't specify what the chick's specifics. And her info has been taken down, sealed or expunged maybe, but I did find that she had arrested Posse schedule IV substance and then her final outcome was no info. Posse shtai. If anyone can interpret that better than me, be my guest, but it looks like whatever the charges, they were no infoed in the end so she got off. Family member after a wedding reception with an open bar. Can't remember much as she cannot either. But we both woke up in the nude with multiple used condoms all over the hotel room. The girl had bit my lip till it bled. I had bruises and cuts on my body and she had peed on her own floor. She couldn't remember my name either. We've been together for over a year and a half and I've never been happier. Ended up real drunk with my best girlfriend and we get back to her place after ruining our lives at a local bar. Her brother who came along was also drunk and she convinced me to sleep in his bed with him. Turns into him not knowing how to remove the bra, him not being able to perform, with me ending up leading the show. 2 minutes of riding he cries out, sounding like a wild boar, and comes all over everything. Wake up the next day, no idea where my clothes are, full of dread. Skip ahead. Get home. Covered in horrendous hikeys. Super frowned upon at 22, so I can't avoid admitting that I was a brother. Skip ahead. 8 months later I'm even horrified admitting this anonymously. TLDR. Don't f your best friend's brother. Edit. Grammar. Not me but happened to a friend. Drunk girl comes barging into his dorm room. Clearly not sure where she is. Yelling for some guy who doesn't live there and proceeds to fall asleep in my bro's bed. He proceeds to pick up his Game Boy and plays games all night until she wakes up the next morning very confused about what had happened. She wanted me to stay for the night. I didn't want to but I did. I woke up in the middle of the night and tried to sneak out just to find out the door was locked. She woke up and asked me where I was going. Water was the only thing that came to mind. She walked with me to the kitchen, walked with me back to the room and locked the door again. Oh, I've got this one. I posted it a while back but here's the gist. Got insanely drunk at a hipster bar and met this cute little pixie chick. We went back to place, double back beasted it, and passed out on her bed, or what I thought was her bed. When I awoke the next morning, it became abundantly clear that she had absolutely no furniture in her room. Every surface, this includes bed and makeshift desk, was comprised solely of dirty clothes. Literal mountains of them. It didn't smell too bad, considering, but still wasn't pleasant. I sneaked out while she was burrowing deeper into the bed pile. I should also mention that I wear contacts, and didn't have my glasses with me. Turns out I drunkenly removed my contacts and flung them God knows where. So I then proceeded to very blindly, still drunkenly stumble 2.5 miles back to my house. College.